Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Over the last few years I've been able to review a lot of really cool bed covers. I've reviewed $1,000 bed covers, $2,000 bed covers, and even a $3,000 bed cover, which was nuts. But what I haven't reviewed yet is the #1 selling bed cover, and it's a soft roll-up cover, and it's a high time I get on that. So, and it's perfectly timed as well because RealTruck and Truxedo have just announced the Gen 2 of the #1 selling bed cover. So no better time than to review the latest and greatest iteration of the best-selling bed cover. I'm going to put it on this truck behind me, which is owned by a contractor who really uses their truck for work. So let's get into it. I'm really excited about this video. This is Truck Ownership 101. I'm Spencer Evelbach. Class is now in session. All right, before we get started, big shout out to the sponsor of this video, RealTruck. They sent me this bed cover for free, so full disclosure, but all the opinions are our own, and looking forward to getting my hands on it and letting you guys know my unbiased opinion on what we think about it, what we like about it, or what could be improved. So if you appreciate that, the best way to say thank you is to follow the links. I'll have some in the description. I'll have one pinned to the top comment section. If you follow those links, it'll take you right to this exact product, and it lets RealTruck know that sending me stuff works. It'll let you know that you came from me. I do get a small kickback if you decide to ultimately purchase anything from them. So again, just thank you for taking that extra step. It doesn't change the prices of anything. It'll be fast, free shipping from a great company with a 5-year warranty on this product. So without further ado, let's get into it. And what we've got here, again, is a contractor's truck who uses their truck every day for their work, and having this full bed access on a 6.5-foot bed, I think a soft roll-up cover is the best utilization of that. And I've even got the contractor right here, my neighbor Jay.
How we doing?
And why don't I have him take it from here, telling me about what he is looking for in a new cover that he's had since he bought the truck in 2018, and where hopefully we can make some improvements with this new iteration of a Truxedo cover. So Jay, take it away.
Well, some of the problems that I've noticed is a little bit of water accruing in the front corners over time, and the seals aren't super great in here. Where, you know, when it comes through, it leaks in here, and also on the back they don't have a rubber thing. It's basically just the cover wrapped around.
Let's pop that open. Let's take a look.
So if your truck is kind of parked like mine down at an angle for easier loading, you know, there's not much the water can get in and just kind of drain down the back.
It's just the fabric just wrapped around there.
Yep,
yeah.
so just the fabric. Another thing is, and as you roll it up, we have, which I did see on the RealTruck, they have more of a hook type of a thing, where my old ones are these, and I have replaced one where these little clips tend to break. You know, sometimes when you roll in a big table saw or something and it pinches up against that, it can snap these kind of cheaper plastic, and this one kind of lost its thing from actually sticking anymore. So I do use the one on the one side.
So we could be making some improvements on how we buckle that bed cover when we roll it up.
Yeah.
And from what we've seen, we've got the new Truxedo Gen 2 model out, and I can already tell just by looking at these rails, there's a lot of potential for improvements. The seal, how they're installed, the hook and loop double directional system that they got on there, and you can tell that it's going to be mounted up here versus here, so with a large rubber seal. So we're definitely looking for better protection to keep moisture out of this for all your tools, all the stuff that you're bringing to job sites, trying to keep that stuff dry. You even told me before that you can't even go through the car wash anymore if you've got tools back here, because this one is so vulnerable letting moisture in. So what we're going to do next, we're going to take this cover off. Installation seems pretty simple, just a 1/2-inch wrench, some isopropyl alcohol, just cleaning stuff, because there are some seals and stuff that we're going to be installing both on the truck itself and on the corners of the rails here to do the best job possible for keeping moisture out. So we'll get the old cover off, we'll put the new cover on, and then we'll take a look to see what improvements we've made. All right, we're back. It's been about a week or so since we took the last cover off, put this one on just so we could get some miles on it, test it out, let it get rained on a few times so we can kind of give you more opinion on the final result here. But as far as how the install process went, it was really quick. I mean, we had to take the other one off and do a little prep, clean some stuff up before we put the new one on. But if you're just putting a cover on a truck that's missing one, you could easily get it done in under 30 minutes. Definitely recommend DIYing this. How this one works is on the bulkhead, these rails go right into some aluminum channel grooves into here, and so everything is lined up, spaced out, just centering's pretty easy. There are a series of clamps that just use a 1/2-inch ratchet that put this all on, and you're good to go after that. So I think as far as a rundown of the operation, what we think about, what we like about it, I'm gonna let Jay take it over here because he's been actually the one using it this week. Jay, take it away. What do you like about this cover?
I think it's, you know, real tight. I get a little more room with the rails inside as well when I'm loading tools. Yeah, the other one kind of stuck in about 2-3 inches on each side, so we've gained a little bit of space. I'm putting ladders and a table saw and stuff like that. I got a little more room to make things fit. As far as also rolling it up, when I roll it up to the front, I get a little more room. For my last one was a little bit more cumbersome and stuck into the truck a little, so when I have bigger things, I've rolled it up, and that far it's been good. I do like my other one kind of had a rope system, where this one has a cable system to open. Okay. So a little more heavy duty. I like that a little better than the rope system that seemed to wear on it. You know, rolls up tighter as well.
Yeah, let's see this thing operate here.
So
what do you think about the hook and loop or the Velcro system they got on here?
I do like the Velcro system. It's the other one was a little more flatter, and this one with the angle, it seems to grab and adhere a lot better. I do also like that on the first couple, they have some extra Velcro in here, where I noticed my last one, these poles in here seem to fall off quite a bit, where I don't notice it with this one. I got tighter here.
So yeah, that was one of the new features of this model, is the improved double kind of directional loops there or the hooks, I should say.
I do like these hooks better. The other ones had the snap-in clips, and I know I broke 2 of those just pushing stuff into them, and actually one of these top ones broke up here.
Okay, so on your previous one.
On my original one,
sure.
Yep. So this one I like because it's an easy little hook in there, and it latches and holds real good.
Okay, so yeah, by not having the actual plastic and a lot of moving parts, this is a little stretchy to give you that little extra to get over, and just a simple hook to loop around like what you got on,
so
on
I
that
got
side
that
there.
hooked and very easy to do. And
yeah, just loops right there.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, let's and then as far as getting your stuff in and out of it, you're mentioning the rails here.
Yep, my last rail's stuck in, probably about that far, and so it kind of sat inside the truck, and then you had the whole top part. Your pockets were fully out and all this stuff, where this one sits a little bit into the rails more and gives you just more room inside. I mean,
sure.
So I do like that. So I'm able to
definitely, as far as how tight it rolls up, how the rails are more above and on the outside, you definitely get pretty maximum box use out of this thing.
Yeah, because you could see my old ones they basically mounted right on the sides here, and then they stuck in. And so this one, which I'm hoping improves, water getting in and stuff like that from my last one.
Yeah, we definitely got a decent sized seal there. Yeah. Okay, well, let's roll this sucker up and see how rolling it back up goes. So like I said, we got the double directional loop system as far as locking that.
So it just snaps in place, and every once in a while, just like my last cover, you got to just give it a little down the side, pull her a little tight, and she grabs on real nice.
Okay. And then this one, compared to your other model, having that seal here for top of the...
Yeah, the last model was just basically the fabric wrapped over, so there wasn't a rubber seal like this one has.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, I think you mentioned on your last one, when you have all your tools and stuff in here, going through a car wash really wasn't an option for you because you're too worried about everything getting soaked on the inside. So if you're up for it, before you start loading your tools in here again, if you want to take this thing through a car wash, give it really the ultimate pressure test from all the directions to see if that larger seal system going over the top of the bed versus on the inside, if that works better,
Yeah.
we'll give this thing the ultimate test. Obviously, rain wouldn't be quite as extreme as this one, but
Yeah.
a car wash would be a nice thing to be able to do once in a while with all your tools in it. All right, let's go through a wash and check this thing out.
Sounds good.
All right, moment of truth. We'll bring this thing around and see what we've got. All right. Jay, you want to do the honors?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, looks
Like I said, a couple of little drips right there.
right.
Can zoom in and enhance here into the... hardly. For going through a full-on car wash.
Yeah, it looks great.
Really nice. Okay. But yeah, if as far as if you had your tools in here and stuff and you got the need to go to a car wash, I think you'd feel pretty confident and not wrecking your stuff.
Definitely. My
Awesome.
last one, I had a lot of water in the front and in the back, so this is perfect.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, it definitely gets my thumbs up as far as the value and the quality of the cover. What do you agree? Or?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, well, I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. We both think it's a great cover for the value, so be sure to check it out. I'll have links in the comment section. I'll have a link in the description. Big shout out to RealTruck for sending us this cover. Please, if you haven't yet, like and subscribe to this channel. I'll have a lot more content coming for you. So until next time, class dismissed.